Alrighty then, it's time for a Jungle Gragas game. Let's get this show on the road. And I know it's another Gragas game so soon, but honestly, he's pretty good to play in solo queue. Because if you need a jungle tank that can actually kill things still, even if, he has some weaknesses in this meta, then Gragas is your go-to champion. Also, this level 1 fight between Teemo and Garen is extremely awkward, especially all things considered. Teemo gets himself killed, costing the flash on the Garen, but that's actually going to be a big deal. And don't congratulate the Garen. That's the only thing he's ever going to do this entire game. Anyways, my opponent is Evelyn, and it's an interesting situation because I have a lot of early game damage if I jump on her and destroy her. So in an early fight, as long as I don't get I'm going to call it heart locked, I should pretty much destroy her. She goes for a low-level gank and she reveals herself, and she reveals that she hadn't gotten red yet, so I just, plot myself here, just wait until she commits to it, burns a lot of stuff, and, just count down the damage, and bam, steal it. And now she's sad. So hooray for me, I got quite a bit of an advantage. Also, not so hooray for me, I flash, body slam, and hit the Zed because I thought maybe he was going to escape and I want to guarantee the kill. At least it wasn't the first blood that was taken, but I will return the favor to you, Talon. I can't be that much of a jackass to you. Anyways, kill the chickens, just easy peasy, just farm around. My main goal, at least in this early game, I can't really help out the Garen because it's Teemo pushing really hard, even though he's apparently typing right now and saying, I need help, top lane. Even though I'm using my spin to approach the Teemo and not my Q. Either way, I go top lane, seeing as Teemo's super low and my Garen hasn't stopped harassing me. Teemo hides in the bush, but we all know this scenario. Just, body slam him out. You get to see. But then he tries to make a little break for it, but he messes up his Q and gets just headbutted into death. By the way, that actually upset the Garen a ton because he said I should have waited so he can get some, assistance on that. Or, get an assist or get the kill himself. It's one of those games. Anyways, Garen proves he can't really fight Teemo and gets chunked down again. Here, I have a feeling that Evelyn would know that I was going to screw around, so she's going to be coming down to my blue buff. So I don't completely commit. She goes in, and I put the blue buff in between her and I. Right now, when I just try to scare her away and she puts her heart on me, I put the blue between her and I so she can't hit it or trigger it. And it allows me just essentially nuclear blast the blue and chunk her for a lot of health. Here, I could have killed her. But to return the love on the Talon, I tag her with red, and then I just leave her to die. To the Talon. Yay. I repaid back my blood debt. But yeah, the build is the same as last time, as the last Gragas game, taking the electrocute explosive build. Just so, look at their comp. They don't have a tank. And the only real thing they have to control me is probably the Jaina. So my best bet is just to, go down and annihilate everybody, the squishies, or kill Jaina first. Zed overcommits because he wants to kill this Twitch really bad, so he's just kind of hanging about, a little bit. Talon comes by and does a huge Harakiri combo thingy going. I don't even know why I said Harakiri. And destroys a Jaina, and then Zed overcommits and gets himself killed by me. So hooray! And then the Evelyn tried to get a cheap kill against the Talon, so I annihilate her. Well, Talon gets the kill. So now he's super happy despite the fact that I took the early game kill, and he's just like, we're brothers now. Anyways, it's going well so far. 11-3. Keep in mind it's 11-3, and the Garen is getting destroyed because he doesn't know how to fight that against Teemo. Again, he keeps using his spin to approach and then uses his Q to run away. I don't know what he thinks he's going to have in there. But no, he is constantly complaining, saying that I can't help him, that I'm not doing anything, I'm a useless jungler, right? But you can see, I have 4 kills, 402. Talon's got a few kills. Hell, right now he and I are going to go down bottom lane. He doesn't get the best combo, but he does chunk them down enough for me to kill the Evelyn, then kill the Jinx. And then the Zed here decides to ult me, and then just look at the amount of damage I get to do to him with my electric Q combo. A triple kill. And by the way, like I said, the Garen is extremely mad, even though that triple kill just kind of went out. And here, just look, this is painful to watch. He knows there's mushrooms everywhere, and he keeps stepping on them, and just... Come on. He doesn't even wait for the Alistar, so the Alistar ends up getting the kill against the Teemo, and the Garen dies. And why are you, probably going to be like, Stoneball, why are you picking on the Garen? He's trying his best. Or just don't say. Because there, he goes AFK. He's upset. So, I obviously didn't help him at all. I never went top lane, according to him. But he's one of those players. Anyways, despite having 7 kills and two assists and having the score 17 and 8, I haven't done anything this entire game, apparently. So, yay. Yeah. My build is the Runic Echoes, and it's like going into the Iceborne Gauntlet. Well, I already did go to the Iceborne Gauntlet for the damage. And then Stone Plate eventually. By the way, I love this scene. Go in, just pretty much annihilate this little goddamn rodent. Nobody likes you, Teemo. Go die. And for some reason, I guess me annihilating Teemo and Garen realizing that, hey, Talon and Gragas are going to carry the game, decides to just sort of join back in. So I guess, hooray, he's not exactly useful, but he's a meat shield. And yeah, the Talon and I are just so strong. And this sort of showcases Gragas' solo queue potential in that if you get strong enough or big enough, you can just kind of one-shot most people, or I mean one-combo shot people. So I got that going for me. Of course, I'm not actually a real tank, so that's kind of a problem if they ever jump me and control me and destroy me. Is that foreshadowing, Stoneball? Anyways, Garen comes in, gets the Jaina, she escapes, of course, because it's Jaina. And then we come into a really awkward fight where Talon gets caught and destroyed. Alistair goes in, so does the Garen, but the Garen is super confused about what he wants to do. You see me here going on top of the Zed and just, slicing and dicing him, or the bear, I mean. Throw my ultimate, I miss my body slam, and then I just crack him in the face. And then at some point, the Garen gave up on the chase, leaving the Alistair to die against an Evelyn in a 1v1. I feel really bad for him. Anyways, it's not even the highlight of the video. This is right here. I'm trying to go home, and the Evelyn's like, hey, Fatso! And then, she gets chunked down a lot. She panics a little bit, lets me go. I flash over, and then I miss my body slam, and she's like, holy shit, it came back anyways, and I kill her. So, kind of a free kill for me. And plus, it's even shutdown gold. By the way, I actually meant to give my red to the Twitch, but I thought that was Garen for a moment, so I secured it. I felt bad about that, too. But right at that moment when I was playing that game, I'm being triggered by how salty the Garen is and just, how honestly kind of bad he is. He approaches, you're not supposed to do that as Garen, approach your target, spinning at them because it doesn't actually do anything. But yeah, and you can see though, this game is only halfway done, at least video-wise. So for as stoppy as this beginning is, it's not exactly over yet. I can tower dive and kill most anybody. It's pretty sweet. Then here I catch the Teemo and pretty much one-shot him. It's hilarious. And then we were pushing in. The Garen is not cooperative. What possibly could go wrong in this game, right? So something that plagues solo queue a lot is that you're winning, right? You're winning. You got this game in the bag, but you're not finishing the game off. In fact, everybody is going for that lone kill to just pad their scores, and they're giving away shutdown gold. People are, they're getting picked off. The enemy team gets stronger as a result. And the difference between your power level, despite you having more kills early on, is shrinking to the point where, oh boy, the teams are equal now. And the fact that you haven't been coordinating this entire time while they've been having to coordinate in order to bring the game back gives them a weird advantage over you. So yeah, we're all, including myself, starting to do very random things. Like, we're all fighting our own little fights, and even though we're extremely big and fat and powerful, our composition doesn't really have a tank or a lot of, inter-reliability, so we're not able to do very much. Although the Twitch does kill them because they underestimated them and they went for a different target, but it's slowly starting to build up to that. Like here, it was what I mean. The Talon goes in to kill the Jinx, and understandably, he destroys her, but it cost him his life. Thus, he forfeits gold to the Jinx. Did I say Lux? I don't know, actually. And then the Garen is just Garen. So yeah, just stuff like that, slowly giving power back to the enemy team, especially certain members. Twitch, it's one of those things, again, the solo queue poison or the solo queue cockiness, where they just sort of give themselves up to death. Here in this case, the Talon probably should have waited for me to get close enough to do something before he went in, because the Teemo and the Janna just kind of destroyed him. Sure, I do kill the Teemo, but it cost him his life, and then it cost me a lot here trying to survive from these guys. Honestly, I almost killed the Jaina too, and that would have been hilarious. Look, this is a fun thing, right? I go over the wall with the plant, he follows me, and I put myself on top of this barrel knowing it would chunk him. And I don't try to go back over the wall because I think his shadow was still there, and then the Janna gets killed by the Twitch. So technically, That was a whole lot of like cautious kiting I did against him, mostly because I was paying attention to what he wanted to do and just kind of stayed away. And then the Twitch came in and punished them for sticking around too long. So that was pretty nice. Not the most intended or the best result, because the best result would have been Talon not dying, but yeah. So yeah, it's still 34-16, so it's definitely still grossly in my favor. But look at the gold distance, difference between us. It's still only 7,000. With that huge gold difference, you would have think it'd be a little bit more. Talon goes in, kills the Jinx, proceeds to get pretty much annihilated by the enemy team, but they burn a lot. They kite us a little bit, and then Teemo kills the Twitch at some point. But you see what I mean? You know, slowly but surely, some of my players or some of my team is getting a little cocky and giving away kills, including myself here, where I was trying to position myself so I can surveil here and try to get the red buff stolen, but I get myself killed, giving a huge amount of gold to the enemy team because, you know, I hadn't died up until that point. So that's a lot of gold. In fact, you can see on the replay here, the gold difference was caught up by almost 2,000 just by killing a Talon in me. Alistair goes in, but it obviously doesn't control the Zeddy boy, and he runs off, just basically making it miles per hour. You know, Twitch gets caught and absolutely annihilated. Then, the Talon gets killed because he burned everything, but he couldn't kill anybody. The Garen does his best, which isn't worth much. The Alistair is just getting gridlocked and CC'd, and he dies. And then I miss my abilities, and then, I get kited and can't do much damage, and I die. And then the Garen just kind of runs away. So, yeah, you get what I mean. That lack of coordination, the general cockiness of all the early game shenanigans made us do lots of bad decisions, and to close the gap a lot. But thankfully, the enemy team does something just as stupid, and just dies. That Baron was stabbed for one and killed, and then the Talon gets himself 2 kills, or 3 kills actually. It's kind of remarkable how bad that Baron was. And as a result, all our horrible mistakes of, giving the game basically back to the enemy team are gone now. Especially since I catch the Zed here too and put him in his grave. But wait, Stonewall, this game still has a minute. What's going to happen here? Well, we're going to push the Nexus turrets because, we're right here. We almost kill the Jaina, or we do kill the Jaina, and then, shenanigans are brewed. We kill everybody. And then everybody stops focusing the Nexus, and just the Jinx, who has gotten a lot of bounty gold at this point, just kind of annihilates us, and it's pretty sad. And they defend this tower, this Nexus. So, yeah, quadra kill for the Jinx. That's pretty good. That's pretty sad. But still, though, so we just recouped. The Nexus is nearly dead. Twitch wants to try to sneak in there, and I say nah, just hold on, wait for all of us, blah blah blah. And yeah, we just kind of, I'm trying to catch one of them, mostly the Jaina. I body slam forward and miss, I throw my ultimate, and it doesn't really get the best result there either. But I body slam after blue smiting the Teemo. Alistair goes in, catching both the Jinx and the Teemo, and then just Teemo gets annihilated. And then Twitch unabashedly destroys everybody else. So with that, thankfully, the game is secure, but you could have seen it almost went back, it almost went RA. That would have been really bad. And if you liked this video, remember to give it a like. And if you aren't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. And if you are subscribed, make sure to hit the little bell up there somewhere so you actually get notifications to my videos, because YouTube and stuff.